tonight.
Yes, it's a rubber match, Melissa. Let's start with those said Bravos. They're playing the Brewers again tonight. First pitch at the TED is scheduled for 7:10. But let's do a little rewind to last night. And the hero, Andrelton Simmons, who delivered a walk-off single in the bottom of the ninth to give Atlanta the 3-2 win over Milwaukee. Freddie Garcia helped the Braves remain the National League's top team. That's important because we are trying to get home field advantage throughout. He gave up 2 runs, 6 hits while striking out 7 batters. And playoff t-shirts are available to Pittsburgh Pirates fans for the first time since 1992. The Pirates wrapped up a spot in baseball's postseason party Monday with a win over the Cubs in Chicago. So the last time that the Pirates were in the playoffs was 1992. You know, Cabrera swings, line drive left field, Bonds throws, Sid slides. You know how it went. You remember that whole thing? Yes. So yesterday was a pretty unique shopping opportunity for those Pittsburgh fans. And one-time UGA player and now LSU quarterback Zach Mettenberger is going to be back in Athens on Saturday, but it is not going to be a warm and fuzzy homecoming, that's for sure. As you may know, the road from Athens to Baton Rouge was very bumpy for Mettenberger, including a suspension. So here's the trippy thing. His mother still works at UGA, and she's trying to stay out of the limelight, but you know what fans are like. Fred Khalil was actually down in Athens and talked to Aaron Murray about his friend and former roommate, Zach Mettenberger.
He comes to Athens all the time. He came back in town a couple times in the summer, got to see him. Last weekend, Friday night, I roomed with Arthur Lynch for all games, and you know, he was texting Zach, and I was kind of speaking through Arthur to Zach, you know, asking like, you know, how's Auburn look? Y'all ready to go? And so yeah, a bunch of us in that 09 class really stay, you know, pretty close in contact with each other.
It's doubtful there will be any texting this week between Murray and Mettenberger. And at first glance, one might think the winner of this game is in the driver's seat for the SEC championship, but Georgia will still have to play Florida, LSU will still have to play Alabama, and then there's still the SEC championship game at the Georgia Dome. A long way to go in this SEC season. In Athens, Fred Khalil, 11Alive News.
That is true, Fred. And the Ramblin' Wreck from Georgia Tech are going to be celebrating 100 years of the stadium that we call Bobby Dodd. Back in 1913, some students constructed seats on the west side of Grant Field. There are easy party companions than Georgia Tech. That's where they're going to play tomorrow night for the national game. The Hokies have taken 5 of the last 6 against the Jackets, so hopefully we'll right that ship. And finally, talk about a blast from the past in San Fran tonight. During the bottom half of the 7th, a DeLorean, look at this, a DeLorean boat shows up in McCovey Cove and draws all the attention away from the game that nobody cared about. I mean, it was just a Giants-Dodgers game. Who cares? The boat, or perhaps the driver, seemed a little bit uncontrollable, though, because as you see, they slam into the side of another boat and lost a tire. Whether they needed that tire to head back to the future is unclear.